Good morning. It is 10:01 on September the 20th, 2024. We have reached the end of our conference. I need someone to confirm that you can hear me online. Are we good to go? Summer says yes. Fabulous. Thank you, Summer. Excellent. So we want to thank you all. If you have not caught it yet with all the running around, I am Katie DeVette, the chair of this year's conference, and apparently tech troubleshooter extraordinaire. There's been a lot of it. We want to thank you all for bearing with us and joining us on this adventure of our first hybrid conference. We have had wonderful conversations, made excellent. I have written something funny and I'm going to fix it. We have had wonderful conversations. We have made excellent new discoveries and we have learned some new things that we're going to take back to our respective libraries. To those of you who joined us here at the University of Oregon, it was wonderful seeing all of your bright, smiling faces in real life, even those of you who didn't join us this morning, if you're tuning in virtually. To those of you who are joining us virtually, thank you for helping us to continue this conversation and share resources across the country and across the world. I don't have this year's statistics yet. I'm sure we can find them. But last year we had participants from 48 states and 7 countries. This may have started as just the Pacific Northwest, but it has grown. It takes a village to put together an event like this. Thank you in particular to all of our presenters for sharing your time, talents, and knowledge. In particular, we want to thank our keynote, Sharon Morris, who was with us on Wednesday, and all of you who joined us from across the country, both in person and virtually. As those of you in person may have seen, it took many, many hands to make all of this happen. I want to extend a special thanks to all of the members of our planning committee. Without all of your hard work, both here in Eugene and abroad behind the scenes, this would not have happened. There are many people from many, many places spread all over the place. In particular, Wanda Barrett and Katie Wallace has been doing a lot of running around behind the scenes. You've seen Katie here. Wanda was virtual. We've got Alex Moran, Allison Trunke, Alfredo Vasquez, Dev Singer, Elizabeth McKeon, also known as Libby, Caitlin Cushman, Miriam Wanek, David Ketchum, Joan Smith, Paula Martin, Melissa Perez. Some of you may be saying, but why am I on this list? I stepped off the committee. You still helped. So I still say your name. Manisha, Keter Paul, Shauna Gilbert, Marta Ambrosiak, Kelsey Milner, Lapis Cohen, Summer Steele, and our newest members, Colleen Thaxton, Kristen Walker, Jean Thulag, Barbara Blake, Elise Thornley, Susan Whitty, and since it takes so many hands, if you feel called to help us with this, to help spread all of this wonderful giving and resource sharing to help put on next year's, please look for ways to volunteer. Look, there is a form that is going out where you can say, yes, this is a thing I want to do. If you're really good at tech troubleshooting, I could use some help. I'm just saying. Lots of ways that you can contribute. We also want to thank all of our sponsors, in particular to the University of Oregon Libraries. They sponsored our Wednesday evening social event for our attendees, organizers, speakers, and vendors, and have done a lot of work behind the scenes to help make all of this happen. We want to thank OCLC for their continued support for a lot of the things that we do. Ex Libris, in particular, our Rapid and Rapido team. Thank you for sponsoring scholarships covering registration fees for 2 of our virtual attendees. Research Solutions, whatever name you know them by, thank you for helping us to provide door prizes to our attendees. Atlas Systems, for sponsoring scholarships covering registration fees for virtual attendees. The Museum of Natural and Cultural History. If you don't have anything to do this afternoon, you should go check them out. Thank you for opening your doors to our attendees. Amigos Library Services, thank you for sponsoring scholarships covering registration fees for 8 virtual attendees from your member libraries. Boston Library Consortium, thank you for sponsoring scholarships covering the registration fees for 10 virtual attendees from your member institutions. Please join me in thanking all of our sponsors. And then we have a special thank you Joanne Haugen was able to join us yesterday. I don't believe she is here today. She is the founder of Northwest ILL. We want to especially thank her for her vision, for joining us at the conference this year, and her continued support. Through her support, she also provided a scholarship this year. So there will be a sponsor passport drawing, but I'm told it's not quite ready yet. If you have not yet finished your passport, I don't know how many of the sponsors are still here. I see a couple of them. So check in with the folks who are still here if you're missing a signature and get that turned in. So maybe you could get a cool door prize. We also want to thank the Northwest ILL board. If you missed the news, NWEL is a 501c3. That's a whole lot of work behind the scenes in a different way. We want to thank Michelle Knapp from University of San Diego, our current president, David Ketchum, who you've seen running around from University of Oregon, vice president, Summer Steele from Oregon Health Science University, secretary, Alex Moran, University of San Diego, our treasurer, and Joan Smith from Northwest Nazarene, who is the current committee liaison. And if I got any of your stuff wrong, I'm sorry. I was asking David and may not have gotten all of it right, but I tried. One of the things that the board has been doing behind the scenes has been helping to find a new face for Northwest ILL. And that's not a face like me. That is a new brand face. So we've been using the pine trees for several years. No one's entirely certain where they came from, but they look nice. They put out a call for proposals for a brand kit to put together some logos and letterhead and all of that fun stuff. And we have something to show you. A designer was chosen from our submissions, and the board has been working with them to put together an official design. You're going to see these images soon on the website, on future presentations, and future events. They're very nice. I like them. Excellent. There will be door prizes later if you want to get your name in the box in some form or fashion. Business card works, a piece of paper works, whatever works for you. If you are joining us online via Whova, there are other ways that you can win prizes. Look for those. I think there's a photo contest maybe. So Miriam is in a place where she can't be heard. Just let us get her a microphone real fast and she'll let you know how you can participate virtually.
The virtual games and prizes. So the leaderboard is for our own online only attendees. So you guys have been participating already by just going to sessions and posting in the message boards and all of those wonderful things. We will doing a random that's just based off of the leaderboard that you already see online. And you can keep contributing towards that. There are also the the photo contest going on. That's open to everyone, even those in the room right now, in the physical room, and everyone online. There will be a trivia game going up, but I wanted to wait until we got the videos up because you may need information from sessions that maybe you were not able to attend to answer those questions. So that will be going out as something you can fill in at the same time as the survey, post-conference survey comes out.
Fantastic. So look for ways to win fabulous prizes. I don't know what they are, but I'm sure they're cool. I won one of them a couple years ago, so it could be something awesome. You never know. And in the meantime, this was scheduled for 45 minutes, and I don't have 45 minutes of thanking people, but thank you so much. It has all been wonderful. We appreciate all of your involvement in this.
I'm interrupting Katie here. All right, so Katie did not know that I was going to interrupt her, and I hope she'll forgive me. But Katie, on behalf of the board and the planning committee and all of our attendees, I want to take a moment to thank you for chairing the NWIL Planning Committee this year. As you could imagine, planning a successful conference does take a lot of work, especially a first ever hybrid conference. And Katie was relatively new when she volunteered to be on the NWIL Planning Committee, or on the chair of the NWIL Planning Committee. We didn't know what the format was going to be, or who would be on the committee, where the in-person event would be, or if we'd even have an in-person event. But she's done an amazing job leading our team through this new territory. And I can't say enough how grateful I am for all that she's done to help us. And you've all seen it. It's been just awesome. So here's a small gift, Katie, for you on an acknowledgement, and thanks for all that you've done. Thank you so much.
Fabulous. I don't know. Well, okay, let's see. There's an Oregon duck of some fashion, which looks like it might be a magnet. Hazelnuts, always good, which I'll have to hide from my family. What else we got? Euphoria Chocolate Company fruit truffles, chocolate covered hazelnuts, and honey bars. Very cool stuff. Thank you so much. Excellent. So last minute option, if you're going to put something in this name thing. Ready, go. No one's moving?
Okay, I'll let you draw. I'm just sort of mixing them up.
Okay.
Okay, so just reach in and grab something.
This is a weird size. Lori Hilterbrand from Orbis Cascade Alliance.